Hey, welcome back. My name's Mitch. This channel is dedicated to lawn care guys and girls who are switching from the traditional gas lawn care equipment to the new cordless electric power tools. So today, I'm gonna go over my 5 mistakes that I made and the lessons that I learned so they don't become the reasons that you fail when you switch to cordless electric power tools. So let's get started. Number 1 is you don't want to overheat your batteries. You got to keep your cool. So I've got all my batteries in my ice box sitting on ice packs, and it's surrounded by cold water and some frozen water bottles. So they stay nice and cold all day. And they just came out of the refrigerator before they went into the ice box, so they're nicely chilled. And this grass is pretty tall. It's going to put up some resistance, build up some heat. Heat's what kills and shortens the life of batteries. You got to keep those batteries cool. That's the number 1 thing. I burned up a lot of those Ryobi batteries when I first got it started. Normally it would be at my ranch with the string trimmer. I'd get into some high grass, maybe out in the pasture. Along the fence line, there's some mean weeds. And I'd put too much resistance on the machine and fry the battery. And what happens is you get the battery level so low that the charger will not recharge it. Best results, come to work with cool batteries straight from the fridge and keep them cool during the day. Let's cut some grass. The second thing to remember is when you make your schedule, keep in mind where there's convenient places to recharge your batteries, convenient outlets to get to. So what I do when I make my schedule is I put a lightning bolt next to the customer's name on my list that has convenient charging. So when I plan my schedule, if I need to move a couple around to keep all my battery levels at peak, I can do that, and it makes a huge difference getting through the day without much hassle. So that's the number 2 thing. Plan your route according to where you have convenient recharging outlets. A good plan is the best thing you can have. Make all the mistakes on paper so when you get out on the field, it's just smooth flowing. As easy as that. The third thing you're going to want to remember is to cut the grass at the proper height. Not too low. You'll waste more energy than you need. It's not good for the grass. It's not good for anybody. And also when you switch over, I noticed myself how much of an string trimmer person I was. When I switched to electric, I just tended to do a little bit less, so the lawns got more full looking. The edges went a little bit closer to the edge, just razor sharp. So you can get really exact and use just enough RPM that you need. I haven't cut this yet, but look how full. If we can keep the grass nice and thick, it keeps the weeds down. And this is ready to be mowed, and I don't see a lot of weeds. Looks pretty good. So here we go. Sharpen my blades probably, I try to do it about every day, every other day. It makes a big difference on cordless electric equipment, keeping it efficient.
Let's make a cake.
So let me show you how I sharpen the blades while keeping the blades on the mower. It's very quick. I do it about every day, every other day. This is the tool I use. It's a little Ryobi drill with a little grinder wheel on the front, 18 volt. These blades are kind of cool. They have a cutting edge from there all the way to here, and I'm even trying to extend it all the way there, just the entire thing being a blade. Why not, you know? Wouldn't you want a bigger knife? But that's all blade right there, all the way up. And I even do the bottom side just a little bit. When you're into sharp blades, you get a little more picky about picking stuff up off the lawn, like sticks, and for me it's a lot of palm trees, little thatch that falls down. I like to do them fairly often because if you let them get out of shape, it just takes too long. And I don't have time for that. Maybe 2 or 3 minutes every time I do it for both blades. So they're not too bad right now either. It's super important to keep the blades on electric lawnmowers extra sharp. Every little bit helps the machine run more efficiently. It's just going to get the job done using less power. Very, very sharp blade. Just to kind of smooth it out. Oh yeah, oh yeah. These puppies are sharp. Yeah, I mowed almost 2,000 lawns with the last one of these Greenworks 25-inch mowers, and I never took off the blades. I never bent a blade. They never even wore down that much for me grinding on them. Using the hand grinder like this, I think I take off a little less than I would with the big grinder in my shop. So my blades are gonna stick around longer. Not having to take them off the machine means that I'm more likely to keep them sharp, you know? So, and I keep them very sharp. It makes such a big difference. So, that's that. Doesn't get much easier. And that's all the maintenance I ever have to do to this machine. There's nothing else to do. Nothing ever breaks unless you run it through a puddle like I did. And I think that's my fault. I don't blame Greenworks for that. That machine got used in a lot of wet conditions just because I don't let the rain stop me. But I'm watching out for those puddles more, I'll tell you that much. So that's it. That's all the maintenance you'll ever have to do to this machine, hopefully, is just keep the blade sharp. So double down on that. Consider the energy, the electricity in the batteries being like water that you pour out. So you don't want to dump it all out. You're crossing a desert. You want to use just what you need when you need it. And that's a learning process. So if you have the willingness to learn and the willingness to make the investment in switching to cordless, because it is an investment to build up your battery bank and your chargers and just your tools, you're not going to regret switching to cordless electric tools. Stuff like repairs and maintenance is just out the window. It's out the window. I can't remember the last time I've been to my small tool like steel dealership. I used to roll in there all the time. I was good friends with people because I was in there all the time, you know. Back when I had a big crew, I'd have like 4 or 5 weed eaters and 2 or 3 blowers running all the time, and something always going wrong. So, and I never had time to fix it. When it's time to get off work, I don't have time to go to the shop and tinker with that stuff. I'd drop it off, pick it up the next day or so. But there's always problems with my steel and gas equipment. But once you make the switch, you need to learn to work more efficiently. Surprisingly, this is a tool that sucks so much electricity, the cordless blower, so it's important to use it very efficiently. So what you're gonna wanna do when you start a job is find the wind direction. Go upwind, put the wind to your back, and then sweep, long sweeps, downwind. The wind is your friend. You'll stay clean, the job will get done quick and efficiently. run the string trimmer and the blower. When I come back, those 2 batteries will be fully charged and ready to go to the next one, which is also a double, so we got to have the juice.
Let's make a cake. Yeah, let's make a cake. Let's tie our hands down to the track.
So you're thinking about going cordless?
Let's cut the tar before they ever learn. Let's burn the hole.
It's good.
Warm our hands. Plant our flags on foreign lands. Let's leave the fingers and take the ring. Let's make a cake.
You think it's what you really want to do?
Yeah, let's make a cake.
Waste anybody's time. Certainly don't want to waste
Well, let's keep one alive
money.
to tell a tale. Let's lock the door with nails. Let's let the necks all snap.
And once you go, there's no going back.
Let's turn away from all we had before. We've been promised so much more, and I just can't wait.
Some people think I've already told you too much.
Let's make a cake. Yeah, let's make a cake.
You kind of remind me of a young me, I guess.
Shine a single beam,
Real go-getter,
shine it right up.
honest-faced.
Let's make a man into the Lord.
So,
Raising up on high.
you gonna commit to it?
Praise our Lord and Savior and call the votes all in our favor. And anyway,
Once
they
you
never
commit,
really meant a
you're in.
thing. Let's break the unions, show the score, and give the press a few hard rules, and then the birds will sing on the bright.
You're in the family.
Make a cake.
The Cordless Lawn Care family.
Yeah, let's make a cake. Let's make ourselves a cake.
Welcome aboard.
Come on now, let's make a cake.
Well, I hope this video was helpful, and if it was, please hit that like button and subscribe and stick around and see where this goes. I'll see you on the next job.
Ourselves a cake.